prime time, Deion Sanders has signed a new contract over at Colorado. Now, I don't think that he's gonna stay long term. I think he's gonna obviously leave. But he signed a new contract. What is he up to, like $10 million a year? I think it is now.
Let's see what's the exact.
Yeah, I think
number.
he's at 10, like a little over $10 million a year.
So it's already affecting the recruiting. Let's see what he's making.
How the fuck is his okay? I guess they saying he's gonna be there long term. Okay, that makes sense.
Initially, he signed a 5-year 29. Now 5-year 54 on average 10.8 a year.
Yeah,
highest paid head coach in the Big 12, fourth highest in college football.
Yeah, shout out to Prime. Now, I do want y'all to understand, however, this is where you're going to say I'm a hater, Ross. You do realize Prime is in a 360 deal, right?
Okay, let me ask you before we even go there.
Okay.
Based on the money that Colorado has made since he got there, is he worth that $10 million a year?
Yes and no. The reason I say yes, though, because I think he's in a 360 deal. Like, he's the one who's generated the money. The money is because of him.
Right.
Like, he's generated, like, they never had the money to pay. You do remember when the AD came out and said, we ain't got the money, but we're going to try to figure it out, right? They never had the money. He's the one that got them the money. So that's why I say he's in a 360 deal, because he is Colorado.
Right.
So he's Colorado. So he generates the money, and then they come back and say, okay, out of all the money you made, here's the percentage of the money that we're going to give you.
10.8.
Yeah, that's what we're going to give you out of, because you made way more than that for us.
Facts.
But we're going to give you 10.8. That's the only reason I say it's a 360 deal.
Because all them other coaches, so if he's the fourth highest paid, we don't even have to look. We know where the other highest paid coaches are. You got the big time institutions. So he's the only one that has to really bring in the sales where them other schools sell themselves. You know, Alabama gonna sell itself. You know what I'm saying? Ohio State gonna sell itself. You know, Deion actually had to build a market for Colorado.
Facts.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. It's like, it's a 360 deal, because it's like, without him, this money isn't even available. Like you said, if he was at Florida, if he was at Florida State, it would be automatic. He wouldn't have to do no.
I think Coach Prime pulled a little bit of what Stephen A. did, where like, okay, y'all paying all these other guys. Well, I want a couple dollars more than this guy, because I'm looking at the top 10 list now. We're right. Coach Prime is the only one that, like you say, ain't really got the brand. He built the Colorado brand. I would say Dabo, he's third. He did a good job with building Clemson.
He has,
because Clemson wasn't there. But I'm looking now. Bill Belichick at North Carolina is making what Deion is making. Now let's see if North Carolina makes the money and have the ratings and is as exciting, and let's hold him to the same standard, because you was hard on Deion for his first 2 years. I want to see how we're gonna look at Bill Belichick.
But I think Bill just giving all that money to that young girl. He not even those checks go direct deposit to her.
Okay, does Bill Belichick have to win the ACC? Because it's a terrible conference.
You know what's
the
funny?
Same way the Big 12 was bad, the ACC is bad.
Agreed. Well, Clemson is in there though. Clemson is the boss. Let's be honest.
They lost 4 games this year.
I know, but Clemson is there. Miami feel like they're building something. I don't know what they're. They got lucky with the quarterback.
If you're senior quarterbacks and build something, how you building something? And every year you just get a 5th-year senior.
I'm just telling you, that's what they're gonna plug and play. But I don't think this job is for Bill. I think Bill just wants to have fun. I think this job is to groom his son to get that head coaching job in a couple of years.
You're doing that for $11 million. He better win that while he's grooming
Bill
his son.
Belichick. I mean, this Bill. I mean, I think. Listen, I don't know how good his son.
No. Bill Belichick's whole thing was not paying people. Was Tom Brady played on the budget his whole career for Coach Belichick. His whole thing was sacrificing for the team. You know what I'm saying? To win.
Winning. I think if he can win and still do the IG shit, he'll do it. But the moment he started losing some goddamn games, she gonna have some lonely nights at the house because Bill Belichick gonna figure out how to win some fucking football games.
Man, Tom Brady ain't coming through.
I ain't saying a lot.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, going back to the whole start of this, we're not finna nitpick Coach Prime. We know Coach Prime deserved this contract. We see what he's done. He's overachieved because the last 2 years, you was like 4 wins, 5 wins. This will be over. They'll lose the first game of the year against North Dakota State, and it'll be a garbage fight. Yeah. See, that close. That's how close. That's how close Baltimore was to beating the Chiefs. See. But Coach Prime has overachieved. Colorado has become everybody's, every uncle's favorite team. Even you got a pair of glasses. Even you supporting. You ain't never had no Colorado gear before Coach Prime got there. Even you support. So I
support black people.
Exactly. And we all want to see Colorado win because of Coach Prime. I ain't never rooted for nothing Colorado, nothing. And now
I'm older than you. I remember those Cordell Stewart days. See, I'm an old head.
See, I heard he was on the other side. Shout out Cordell Stewart. Yeah, I ain't never rooted for Cordell.
Hold on. What you mean? Hold on. What you mean? That man was married to Portia.
Come on, man.
Married to Portia.
I remember when he was in Pittsburgh Steelers. It was a little controversy there.
In a park?
It was a little controversy there.
Well, hey, Big Ben had some controversy too, but y'all ain't talked about Big Ben at the bar. But anyway, shout out to Coach Prime, man. Get your money. I predict, this is an early prediction. I predict this year at Colorado is going to be a shit show at Colorado this year.
You said that the last 2 years.
No, I didn't. Well, the first year I was right. That shit was terrible. They were horrible that first year. Then they switched to the Big 12, and OU and Texas left, and it was trash out there for them, and they still didn't win the conference. And then they lost to BYU in the bowl game. So here's what Coach Prime has done in his coaching tenure. He has won the SWAC, then lost 2 Celebration Bowls. He didn't win the Big Ten. I'm not the Big Ten. He didn't win the Pac-12. He didn't win the Big 12, and he's lost bowl game. He's lost his only bowl game he's played in, and he lost both Celebration Bowls. Here's what they've done at Jackson State since he left. They won the SWAC, and they won the Celebration Bowl. Just tell you what happened. Not I celebrate blackness. That's what happened at last year. They won the Celebration Bowl, which he didn't do.
So
they won the Celebration Bowl.
So Colorado before Coach Prime, Colorado. So since 2020, since this decade, Colorado was 4-2 2020. That was the COVID year. You played all conference games, 4-2. Then they came out 4-8. Then they went 1-11. Coach Prime comes, they go 4-8 the first year, 9-4.
Whoa! Let's not move from there. The same shit. Okay, go ahead.
So they went from 1 to 4 wins. So they were consistently getting 4 wins before that. Like you just said, from 2020, but they had 4 wins, right? And they dropped to 1, which is why the coach got fired.
No, go. The coach got fired. Ross, the coach. So you think that if that coach would have won 4 games again, he still wouldn't have got fired? You can't keep winning 4 games.
It's Colorado. I mean, in the Pac-12, I mean, that's like Vanderbilt in the SEC. You
stop, Ross. Come on, Ross. You got to be honest, Ross. You're not being honest tonight.
6 wins is a good year for Colorado in a normal year.
We're talking 4.
Right. So that, bro, I'm looking. Roy.
Okay, say it again. How many did they win in 2020?
They've only gone. Listen,
hold on. Watch this. Late America. Watch this trick right here, America. Tell me how many games they won before COVID. How many they won in 2019? Watch this.
5 games, 5-7.
Before that?
Roy, I'm looking. Hold on. I got something even better. They've only had 1, 2, 3 winning seasons in the last 20 years. Winning
Okay.
seasons. Last year
Okay.
they went 9-4.
Okay.
But beyond that, they went 10-4 in 2016, and they went 7-6 in
Oh,
2005.
whoa. Hold on. No, don't just gloss over that. They went how much in 2016?
10-4 in
Okay,
2016.
there we go. 10-4.
And
Sound
they
like they
went
won a bowl.
7-6 in 2005. Outside of that, they haven't even had winning seasons. So
Okay,
Coach
so
Prime
nine
bringing
and
them.
four last year was a
So,
great year.
so Coach Prime bringing them in national relevance. He has the gear going up. They're on national TV. They're getting College Game Day coming to Boulder, Colorado.
It won't be there this year. It won't
I
be
bet
there
you
this year.
I bet you they get a game day.
Fuck no. For what?
I bet you they get one because Coach Prime.
They had 2 Heisman candidates left. Y'all act like that. People are acting as if Shador and Travis weren't Heisman candidates. Like y'all are wilding. Like they had 2 Heisman candidates. They don't got that this year. Who they got this year? That they recruiting class ain't super high. They got
the
like
number 1 quarterback coming out of high school.
So no. First of all, you just made that up. Number one, you just made that up. You just made that up, Ross. You just made that up. You just made that up. Because they don't have 1 5-star recruit. Go look at the recruiting board. They don't have not 1 5-star recruit.
So what was he? Julian?
I don't know what the fuck he was. Hold on. Was he in high school last year or is he a transfer? Which one are you talking about? Because they got a transfer kid that they say is going to start. The transfer kid is the one they said is going to start.
Let's see.
See, because they got a transfer kid in here. And I like Prime, but I don't think that you can just roll in there in Boulder because you're going to say, well, we got Warren Sapp and we got Marshall Faulk. We got all these great NFL legends and Hall of Famers on the staff. That don't equate to win. Marshall Faulk is not going to put on no goddamn pads. Who's going to pad up at Colorado?
Julian Lewis. Okay, he's the 10th quarterback.
I told you made that up. I told y'all.
No, at one point he was number 1. He dropped. The kid going to Michigan, number 1, Bryce Underwood.
Yeah, so they go shout. Listen, Ross is my man, 50 grand, but I gotta call him out when he making stuff up.
I like that. Now I like to be correct. We're gonna be correct over here. So Julian Lewis, yeah, he's the 10th quarterback. He's 6th. He was 6th. He's 10th. Yeah, okay, from Carrollton, Georgia. Okay, but even that's what I'm saying. Even that, Colorado bringing top 10
quarterback. Yeah.
That another reason why Coach Prime deserves his contract.
If you say so.
Another reason.
If you say so.